In an attempt to decongest the city authorities are planning to reintroduce the train service next year for some routes. The other measure planned is working with the private sector to introduce buses that ply city routes. This was the Executive Director's message of hope to residents of the city during this year's City Festival.
We are working with RVR to make sure that the train starts. The target is January. That is one way that is going to decongest the city. If you have trains running in and out, that means you have fewer commuter taxis and boarders coming in. We're also working with the private sector to bring in buses, and we're waiting for the first consignment of buses to come so that we can ease the transportation by carrying more people and therefore needing less vehicles on the road.
The authority also targeted increasing taxation on vehicles that enter the city in an attempt to discourage more motorists in the city. To maintain a good relationship between the authority and the people living in or working in it, the authority targets involving communities in its programs to enable the city dwellers appreciate some of the services rendered.
When you have a spirit of oneness and love for the city, then you can build on it to do other things that will take the city forward, like compliance. People will begin to comply more because they love the city, and people will begin to participate more. But also it's a very, very big business opportunity.
This year, the festival was celebrated in 8 different points within the city. At each of these points, security was tight and revelers having plenty of all sorts of music, food and drinks. The public was entertained by students, Ugandan musicians, The annual celebration is intended to create a spirit of togetherness and interaction between the city dwellers and its dwellers of all races and culture, and to appreciate what the authority has done in improving the image of the city. It was also meant for the business community a chance to showcase their goods and services and to market their products on the streets. Despite the declaration of the festival as a success, some sections criticized it over the cost involved after KCCA was reported to have spent almost $1 billion shillings in this event. Unlike other carnivals that normally take place annually in Kampala, the one of Kampala Capital City Authority is completely different, with different activities taking place in the whole of this town. Many people from near and far have come to